a Machiavellian malevolence behind it. Perhaps that's you. That could be you. Where are we now? Deeper in this horrible place as it... Which door should we choose?
We're definitely being watched. This kind of...
Which door was the door in front when Stelios appeared?
I'm too old for
this
games.
one.
Okay. Stelios points to this door.
Okay. You see handholds. Apparently Jing Temple is really...
Chim is taking a nap. Let me know.
Really likes doors that
They
lift
don't
up.
like hinges. They,
Yes,
you know.
they really like doors that lift up with counterweights and things that could slam shut and never
Things that
open.
can slam shut and things that could behave oddly. We'll open the door.
Yeah, Stelios, you're strong? You're not a dex.
18 strength.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Stelios is the third strongest guy here.
That's saying something about the other guys who are here.
I think Nils has got a 20. Yep.
Yeah,
And
let's be clear.
Granite is a orc, is like a full-blooded orc, so he's got a +4 racial modifier, so he's a 22.
But the person who goes on the romance novel covers,
It is Stelios, yes.
Back of the novels? Jim. Written by this guy.
written by Jim
Written by Jim.
Translated by Urex. Oh, there's lots of nature scenes.
Tomatoes everywhere.
Now let me tell you about the birds and the bees. All right, Stelios, you open the door.
His favorite book.
There's something wrong here that you're starting to wrap your head around. Stelios, this place is chaotic? And I think all casters who are lawful are at -1 caster level in this place.
No, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to be. Or is my, like, detect evil at -1 caster level?
I think so, because it's a spell-like ability. And then I'm just checking Icky Macer's alignment. Icky Macer's lawful neutral. He doesn't like this place either. Granite's lawful
saying
neutral.
Everything, like even the other place was, or just this one?
It's starting to dawn on you guys that this place is
Shitty.
We're going to detect evil out of spite.
there is no evil coming forward. The feeling of mirth, there's even more giggling, Urex, that you almost heard. Like, did anyone hear that? And Chim Chim, someone is watching you guys very closely. And I'm assuming you're not sitting down, or are you
No,
sitting down?
he's taking a nap.
Oh,
Figure out when you need me and just wake me up. I'm just gonna get a shut eye.
I don't think this place is safe. Says Granite, who's nudging you up.
Fine.
Have you ever...
I'm gonna have to take a nap, so...
Did you ever have one of those friends that would, like, just spill ink in your book because it was funny?
No.
But we might have a friend like that here.
The only book I ever owned was the Holy Canon of Helm. No one would dare spill ink in that book.
I think I know a guy.
You're talking about the thing watching us? Here, he's reaching for a tiny cracker. There you go.
I, unseen.
Stelios.
I, unseen.
Oh, here.
Hunger dance.
Here.
Oh, these are the words you now know.
Yes.
Okay. You see two statues. They're very tall, but you can't help but notice that what the statue is of is a very small man, even though the statues are really big. It's like they tried to put platforms on the guy to make him big, and even some of the proportions are larger, but it's a very, very small man. All of these statues are basically have one hand out like this, and then another hand up. Like they're saying hello, or they're also saying maybe gimme stuff.
Here, weak body.
There are a number of blocks that suggest that there are many ways out of this particular chamber. Although you don't see levers for them.
Are there handholds?
Nope.
So there's many ways in.
The way that Stelios chose is opposite of where there is an adjacent room that is easily accessible. Perhaps on purpose, perhaps not, given how all of you are feeling, or most of you are feeling about this place. I think Chim Chim's the only... Chim Chim and Urex aren't affected. Nils, what is your alignment?
Neutral.
Okay. All right.
He has lawful tendencies, but he's neutral.
Icky Maester, Stelios, and Granite really don't like this place.
Let's move on. Shouldn't dilly-daddle. Let's go. Let's try to get the hell out of here. Figure out why we're here and who brought us. This is getting annoying.
Did you guys share the new bow with him or not?
Grand spirit here.
No one's
What?
claimed it. If you want to use it, you can.
Okay, he'll throw in his regular bow.
Okay, you can make the swap, and I'm gonna erase the potions of cure light wounds that are already
On the sheets
divvied.
already distributed. Yep.
Icky Maester hands those out right now.
Where's the
Party loot and gear.
masterwork? There it is. Composite longbow. I'm gonna replace that with mine.
Okay. This place is clean. Not very many tracks. Probably none. You'd have to look very closely. The statues.
Come, we enter.
Stelios, you recognize deity statues when you see them.
Okay, we'll
They
nod to them.
might be the source of the chaos.
We'll-
Given that your pantheon is mostly chaotic gods,
Excuse me.
yeah.
this is... Well, you don't feel at home in any of the other temples. They are relatives of your deity, so it's not like you're breaking any paladin oaths by standing here.
We'll acknowledge them in their domain,
Okay.
like just through honoring of
Come
the
high
honor
five.
gods.
The statue is unmoving, and both statues are in the same position. We will call them the welcoming Jing configuration of the statue.
Halloween's over, Marty. Although this might be a Halloween game.
No, the spider, the CR4 spider demon with DR was the
That was wrong.
was the Halloween adventure.
Okay, I think we're circling around.
Okay,
Stelios
yeah,
leading
you
the
see
way.
where the doors. You don't know why there were 4 doors. Maybe it's more like temple or ornate construction, allowing many people to come into this place at the same time. You at least hope they don't mean much. You do see another patterned block and another statue.
And I think we find our way
and then
through
you-
one
and
that
then you
looks
find
like
a-
a thing that we could use.
Yep, you find a door to the north.
Urex will check for traps.
There are no traps here. It is also a lifting door.
And he will go back to back in the conga line.
All right. Granite goes, and with Stelios, you're able to lift this
Are there
door
any
open.
words written on those blocks?
No, they're just these weird, non-repeating geometric patterns.
I haven't seen a pattern in those blocks yet. If I see one, let you know.
Oh.
Okay. This next
Hello
chamber,
to you too.
this next chamber is lit. So I'm going to take off the.
Oh, Oh no.
I'll take off the night dark layer. There is a massive chamber vaulted with rows and rows and rows of welcoming Jing statues that are flanking the long hallway. At the focus point of the domed end to this massive chamber is an obsidian altar. It's about 3 feet tall. It's big enough for a man to lay down on. And it's cut roughly and uneven. At least the edges are kind of like live edged. The top of it, however, is mirror cut. There are these soft chiming sounds as you guys walked into the room. Like each of the statues are almost like acknowledging you.
Wouldn't happen to have a span cloak, would you?
There is Chim Chim. Each one of the statues is watching you, or the presence that you felt is watching you is coming from each of the statues. And those that are divine spellcasters know you're now walking around in the temple of chaotic god. Like this is this god's home.
Here, father's tears.
Yes, yes. Wait, I need that as well so that you can understand what the hell I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and grab that list that I gave you. Where the hell is it, Stelios?
I don't recognize this statue, says Granite. Or Ikimacer, sorry.
Well,
It's the one who brought us here.
remember that?
He pauses as he was going to go approach one of them, and he stops for a moment.
Do that.
Then he is the one that could send us back. Send us back!
We're just gonna wait to see if he gets smoten.
He looks at Stelios. Eternal, strong father, seen I.
I unseen.
Father seen.
Oh. Ikimacer cast a detect magic, and he actually stumbles back into Granite.
Oh, that was pretty stupid.
It is very bright.
Yes, yes. The one that...
Stelios is going to detect evil.
Okay, at the statues, or at this bank of statues that are flanking the building, or just...
We'll do the statue that made Ikimacer have a headache.
He's what's his name?
There is no evil in a 360-degree radius at a 60-foot range.
I believe this one would be Jing, yes? That's the name of the tower, or this thing we're in?
Hermes.
What
Eternal,
Strong
eternal
father?
Hermes.
Strong father? Is there a name here?
What is that? He pointing at the dark table.
Well, it's
Strong
obvious.
father, grand eternal dance.
Yeah, that's the way we're supposed to go.
Grand
I guess.
eternal dance. Kill no.
I'm walking down here. That looks like a nice place to sleep.
No, what the
Pulls out a tomato.
Okay. Yeah, Granite's not letting you go alone. Careful, grandfather. We don't know what this thing wants.
If you want, I think.
Oh, I'm pretty certain we know what it wants. It wants to be entertained.
Yeah.
What? How do you know that?
If
'Cause
if
it's
if it wanted us dead, we would already be dead.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
Watching you.
Helm
Why
would have
do we-
protected me.
Maybe, but I don't know. This place is different.
Outside of arm's reach. Maybe Helm didn't have a say.
That's all right.
Within arm's reach, Helm protected you.
Stick to your faith, young one. You'll get through. You will make it through. Of this I am certain.
Granite's bowed his head and is praying to his deity.
Yeah. At least have some faith when you die, anyways.
Mickey Mesa is catching up with.
Eternal Mother strong. And Stelios will also pray.
Okay. Urex, Nils, are you guys moving up? or-
Nils is like covering the back, like
Okay.
kind of.
Urex will, like,
You've
go
got
with
your
bow.
new bow, and you're
He's like, oh yeah, it's
at
got a
least,
little pull
at
to
least,
it.
at least there's a little bit of tension. You'd
Yeah.
much more tension, but it's better than
Yeah.
the crap stick that you carried into war with you.
the garbage rod.
Stelios, move. He'll stay behind them.
Granite just
while they
gives
pray.
Stelios a quick nod, like he appreciates that Stelios is a paladin, and then moves to catch up with the old men.
Okay. Cover the rear. So, I assume you can hear us as well, Jing. I think that's your name. My apologies if it's wrong. Very nice place you have here. Missing some green, though. I really could use a couple of seats. That would have been nice.
A shitter. What else would be nice?
Ah, some leaves. There you go. Shit, that'll be perfect. Some leaves. Just make sure you don't get the one that makes you itchy.
Okay.
See the itchy leaves. Let me know which ones they are.
Cautiously, your group has made their way all the way up to the
It
obsidian.
is
table.
so many rounds of running to get my heavily armored ass out of this room.
Yep.
Chim Chim is not even concerned. He's like, if you wanted me to die, I'd already be dead.
At this point in time, the door is slowly closing.
That's all right. It's counterweighted and
Locks into place. It's quiet as much as stone blocks are quiet, but it does resonate throughout the room, and it startles anyone that didn't notice it closing.
Where are the lights coming from?
Ambient.
Beautiful, beautiful. What is this?
Okay, this block of obsidian table looks really, really out of place compared to the stone of this place. This rock looks very ancient. Chim Chim, like it's plucked from somewhere else.
If only I could listen to what you have to say, old one. I wonder what stories you would say.
Are you
Take my fire. I'm just looking at the stone.
okay?
Looking at it. What, walking
Father.
around?
Father blood kills here.
Yes, yes, Telios. He's looking for signs of cracks or scratches here.
There are cracks and scratches along the sides, but some science or magic beyond you has created a perfect plane of seamless glass out of the basalt or obsidian rock.
No writings anywhere.
There's no writings on it. This thing feels like it's ancient.
Well,
yet at the same time being cut like that, like impossible.
I guess we gotta lie on this thing.
That's a hell of a fucking jump.
What would you think you would find? Wouldn't be a bed. Beds wouldn't last long. You'd want something that would last long and impressive. Besides, beds would get messy.
Have you touched it yet?
Nope. But look
Okay.
at it. He leans down, looks like, flat. Like,
Yep.
it's perfectly cut. Who's with me?
Okay, when you get down to look at it, you realize it might have been a trick of the way it was sitting, but the thing isn't actually touching the ground.
Oh. Well, isn't that something as well?
It's really close to the ground, but you're like, oh, it kind of goes in a little bit. Nope, it's fucking hovering.
Hey, Keymaker.
Motionless.
Look,
but-
it's hovering.
Mickey
It's
Macer
hovering.
might have bad knees or something. He does go down to one knee in front of the altar.
One knee behind
Urex, you're
the
getting the
other.
sense of mirth with Icky Macer bowing before the altar. It is hovering. Magic. Most definitely magic.
No sway either. Well,
Icky
I
Macer
sugge-
passes the end of his staff underneath of it. He doesn't touch it while doing that.
Wizards, what do you make of it? Is it a weapon?
It looks like an altar.
he's barely glancing at it, and
Mm-hmm.
he's looking at the around, like he's looking
Strong
around.
father, blood kills here.
Yes.
Eternal,
Altar.
blood
Yes,
kills here.
Stelios.
Icky Macer steps back from it.
Spirit, blood kills here.
Yes. But let me see here.
We're going to detect evil on the thing. The sacrificial altar.
Okay,
One
the lawful paladin of an ancient deity has enacted powers that Stelios, you're being sent on a vision somewhere. This thing, there are huge chunks of it on what looked like a shattered world. A sky that roiled with orange fire, fumes everywhere, basalt citadels that looked like they had cracked and crumbled. There's a distinct feeling of humans once lived here. But they failed, or something pushed you away, like you weren't supposed to be looking at that, and it blasted you back onto your buttocks. There was sort of a backlash.
We will go into the prone position.
As there was, the rest of you just saw him reaching out, his hand glowing, and then like that vision took millisecond.
Chim will just.
You know, like in the Dungeons and Dragons movie, when the guy puts on the tuned helmet and boom, you know, you experience something out of time.
A hand with him. He's kind of heavy for me.
Yeah, Granite moves over and is helping Stelios up. A strange amount of concern coming from an underworld man.
Thank you, Aries Shade.
He points to it and he says,
A whole bunch of not the words that he's supposed to be using comes out.
"Father, enter."
Eternal kill.
We don't have a choice, anyways.
Unless we can get one of those blocks to raise like the others. There's no way out.
The body, eternal kill.
There's no way
I
out of
think-
here. Granite's now looking around the dome.
Well, you know
Hey,
what?
why don't you? Hey, Chim Chim.
I
Don't,
I
don't.
don't have I don't have much to live for anyway. So.
Hey, Nils, why don't you poke it?
Ah!
No, you have all sorts of things. You have all sorts of water and food to live for.
It, Granite
Right.
will. He's trusted Urex's instincts so far, so he taps the table. Oh yeah, there's like a ringing, kind of a cracking sound, a purplish flame, and then something absolutely ridiculous appears above the obsidian altar. It is a great pair of pinkish purple lips.
That's something you don't see every day.
You're all fortunate to be chosen by Jing to visit his home.
Like true speech.
I was right.
Yeah,
Jing.
you guys, it's speaking in common.
All of your own
it's speaking in Jinglish, which is
English. Yeah.
yep. You're also clever to have found your way here to the welcoming chamber. Indeed, fame and fortune await you in the halls and rooms of this magnificent temple. You have earned the right to plunder it. You may take whatever you can carry and leave this place. Soon you will be set free to explore. But I first require a volunteer.
All right.
I'll do it. Granite
No.
puts his hand down on the
It's
obsidian.
it's my duty.
Excellent.
They will need your strength.
Give me a d6 and subtract 1, Ahmed.
Please be less than 2. So roll a 1 just in case.
3.
That's not less than 2.
3.
I don't know what this is.
With a sickening sound, Granite's heart is torn out. It flies across the room and splatters into the old man's face. A heavy blade then shoots from an unseen compartment across the room, decapitating Granite. Just before his arms and his legs are torn off with a sudden jerk, the remains of Granite fall to a heap in the floor and begin to bubble and disappear.
That's uncalled for.
There's a bit of gore left behind, and you can see Granite's eyeball still with a little bit of the filaments left on the table, left on the altar, as the rest of his body is gone.
Damn it. Not again.
The volunteer is worthy and has earned you each a boon from Jing.
Can we save him?
Please place an item on the table that is important, telling, or symbolic for each of your group. Everyone's like,
For each of your what?
he's calling you a group.
He's calling us a group, and he's saying, "Put an item down."
You've just watched Granite
I-
die
the-
a horrible
The
death.
the blood, body, spirit sacrifice on the table.
Yeah, he shouldn't have slapped the top of the altar. Is
Yep.
in the module it says it's whoever volunteers.
Is it just a stalemate where it's like, I'm just going to sit here until somebody volunteers? Next 3 months of D&D is we just sit here, we eat chips, stare at the DM.
No, there's other things.
Eat chips.
I'm waiting. Most of you are stunned. Probably not
Nils has
expecting.
seen death like this before. Maybe not exactly like this.
So, sorry, he said an item that represents...
That is important, telling, or symbolic for each of your group. Each of the members of your group.
Okay.
I have some ideas that I have written down.
So, I think...
The silver medallion from his mother goes in.
Okay.
Well,
So
Stelios says, what if we don't want to play your game? Now I got somebody that
Yeah.
these lips speak my language.
Yep. Nils, you've put your medallion down, right?
Yeah, it's the reason why I've been doing everything.
Okay. And this is the medallion from your mother.
The silver medallion with the lock of hair.
All right. You notice that the locket of hair turns golden and curls up inside what looks like a silver scale. The silver scale can be worn on a chain. Immediately when you pick it back up, you know what it can do.
Okay.
Nils's silver medallion gives you a +1 natural armor enhancement. I'll type this. I'll copy paste it somewhere.
Okay.
It gives you a +2 morale bonus against fear effects. Twice per day, it can cast Blur. And it has a one-time charge that allows you success at any one knowledge skill up to DC 30.
Once per day?
No, one charge, one time.
One charge of know a thing.
You also know that this item will increase in power as you level.
Till we kill Jing. Because fuck that guy. Fuck them lips.
You also sense that the personality inside the silver medallion is your nagging mother.
Yeah, she was nagging all the time. Yeah, that's
Your nagging, overprotective, concerned mother.
Don't do that. Put more pants on. It's cold outside.
You just feel this
Chewing
like.
your food.
At first, you're like, no, it's mother. You feel connection,
Nilsy.
ego, and its personality.
Put your scarf
Mother.
on. You're going to catch a cold.
Stop playing with the blade. You'll cut yourself.
A mama's boy, I see.
Chim.
The last thing you know from the medallion, from putting it down for a brief moment, it flashed, turned into a silver dragon scale. Like the dragon scale is good. You served the sovereignty. This is a good thing. Is that it has a connection to not only you, but to everyone else in your group once they have their items. You already feel a connection to somebody else.
Granite.
You think that something's happening to Granite right now.
Rex will put his...
In fact, you know where Granite is. He's in the reconstitution chamber. And that the connection to his item is actually one of his eyes is his item. Probably the one that he left on the...
Yeah, so he'll pick up the eyeball and put it on the thing.
Okay, yeah, you might want to give this to him.
Yeah.
The rest of his body disappeared along with his gear, but this eyeball looks strange.
Come back as the cannon face guy from
Dude,
Ant-Man 3.
I own it. It's in my backlog. I haven't watched it yet. Don't ruin it.
Oh,
Apparently,
sorry.
nothing happens in the movie.
The only cool character in the show
Got it.
is NPC number 7, who's like, that's a cool concept.
All right, I'm gonna put Nils's silver medallion on. Are you putting it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's safe. Go ahead. Proceed.
Sorry, Ego DC 11?
Yep.
Your bomb, you could lose. All right, sorry. Okay.
There's also sworn enemy TBD. Apparently, there's.
Get him! Get that bitch! Suddenly, like, dating becomes extremely difficult.
So you're.
Jeez, no
Who
good
said
thing.
how we don't want to play this game? Sort of thing. Was that Stelios?
That was Stelios.
Oh, poor Stelios. It knows your full name. Marty doesn't.
Stelianos Papas.
Stelianos Papas. Weren't you here on a quest? Do you want to make your daddy cry?
I require the offerings. Give me the offerings and I will go.
Oh, no. I don't have the offerings. I'm simply the caretaker. But I
Let
can
me
tell
go
you...
and I will find the offerings.
But I can tell you this. Those 3 harpy hags have flown around in the temple somewhere, and they're hiding it. If you don't rush and go find them, they might pollute the artifacts of your goddess.
How can I
Stelios.
trust you that the harpy hags are here? You can't trust that fucker.
What other choice do you have? Oh, but they're here. I could just send you home without them. But also know this. Your goddess took pity upon you and left a few of her weapons for you to find in Jing's temple. If you don't find them, Jing will have to use them. Jing will have to put them to good use.
You will not desecrate her items, her weapons, her artifacts.
Really? Well, it's not for me to decide. It's for Jing. Or for you. Now, if the rest of you would place an item of your... that is important to you, so that Jing may provide you a blessing.
Put pocket watch on there.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's fine. The brass pocket watch, family crest etched into the back face. That or the cheater's dice, but I think the watch is a little bit more. Cheater's dice is more practical. It's for when we roll for treasure.
Okay. I anticipate another item. Let me see if I...
Oh,
Give me a second here.
expecting a sword.
Nope, I'm going to move some powers around.
Just so you know, Chimmy's putting his spoon.
Chimmy's wondrous spoon.
Smash tomato soup spoon. Infinite candles comes pouring out the end. Which is a tomato soup brand for the international viewer. I don't know if Campbell's make. I know Campbell's make soup in the States.
That would be funny. That would be the best thing for him. Be like, yeah. He's just leave the spoon in his mouth constantly.
Come back, Chim Chim's 400 pounds. Tomato soup.
Like I used to cook with it. Just to spoon up the tomatoes. I eat with it.
So this is Urex's pocket watch. What would just a normal pocket watch do to any of your skills?
A normal pocket watch is it would be useful in timing things. So, which in D&D land is interesting because D&D physics work on funny timescales.
So the effects of timing things would be things like synchronization in possibly battle, being able to communicate over long distances.
Well, being able to perform a scientific experiment.
Give me a second.
Something like that.
That's what the part that has my brain racking is what would you have been expecting me to say off of the list?
Give me a second. Also.
So it's like this or the dice, I think.
All right, Urex, you drop your pocket watch down there. Ooh. Looking to keep track of time in here, are you? Urex's pocket watch. You notice that it all deconstructs in front of you, like all the little parts kind of fly out, and then your lock picks go tumbling into it, and then they all go back in. And there's a little thing on the side that you're pretty sure if you pull down can be like a Swiss Army knife of tools that come out of your pocket watch.
Oh, like an any tool?
Like an any tool. Ureka's pocket watch is a versatile toolkit like an any tool. It also acts like restless lock picks, masterwork +2, with a +2 competence bonus to disable device checks. It has an ego of DC 11, and twice per day you can cast Sands of Time.
Remember Sands of Time being kind of crazy. It's like
Sworn
degrades
enemy
things.
TBD secret 1 charge solves, bypasses, or disarms 1 trick or trap or Jing device. Single charge.
TBD secret. 1 charge. And it has 1 charge, right?
Yeah, I'm putting it under your slot list. It is
Okay.
now on your character sheet. Time will not help you here, or it may be everything.
Huh. Yeah.
I also want to wish you all a happy Jing Day.
Down here isn't every day Jing Day?
No.
How long is the how long from now till the next Jing Day?
Very good question. Something you'll have to figure out yourself.
Will you visit us on that next day?
For those who have bonded as a group here, know that you are honored guests. Visitors to the temple. If you do not bond, then you will be considered trespassers.
Oh, that we don't want to be rude now, do we?
No, we don't like rude people.
As I could see that, punch the blood off his face. Yep, it's obvious.
Urex, you now know where Nils is. Like,
Okay.
you can sense a connection to where Nils is, and you also sense a connection to where Granite is. Granite's in the reconstitution room.
Stelios. Granite, not dead. Granite, spirit, fuck if I know. What's the list of words again?
ruined the fun.
figured.
You're the type of one that went searching for his presents before they were given, weren't you, Urex? And the presence is sifting through your memories and recalling you sneaking around before your birthday.
Constantly, all the time.
And finding where your presents were.
And everybody else's,
Sure.
you know, and accidentally swapping tags once. Oopsie.
Wooden spoon goes down.
Okay. Chim Chim goes down and puts down the wooden spoon. Chim Chim's wondrous wooden spoon is thus created. It is now a sustaining spoon that once per day can create food for 6 medium-sized creatures. It gives you a +1 sacred bonus on fortitude saves, has an ego 11. Once per day you can cast haste. And the secret one charge is it opens a one-way secret passage to the nearest sanctuary. You can use it one time. And now you know that there...
It gives you the trots.
You now know that there are these places in the Temple of Jing called sanctuaries. You also feel a little bit bad in that if there are sanctuaries, it suggests that you're going to be here for a very, very long time. Stelios demanding the artifacts back now will be almost comical months or perhaps years from now.
All right. So, life's hairpin, toy horse, wicker doll.
Icky Macer takes off his wedding ring.
Probably your shield, dude.
He's now looking at 2 rings. One looks like his wizardry ring, and the other one looks like his wedding ring. He's wearing them on the ring finger on either hand.
Mother Eternal.
Oh, the personality in Urex's, if you want to put in
Watch. Yep.
in the watch, it was your younger brother because you switched to the present to the pocket watch. It's your jealous younger brother. Icky Macer puts down his wedding ring. He is a family man. He's from a long line of wizards. His wife Ishta, his 4 children and 7 grandchildren are important to him, and these are the ones that he was moving from his city to his family's ancient stronghold because gnolls had been raiding. And it was in a particular room in his stronghold that he encountered something that led him to the Temple of Jing. You guys feel his connection grow as he picks the ring back up and puts it on. He stares at the ring astonished for a moment and then holds it to his chest as he feels the love of his wife through the ring. At this point in time, the personalities are only emotions.
Wait until they start. Wait until I've seen some of the people's will saves.
Icky Macer's ring is a ring of protection +1. It gives him +1 DC to all of his spells. 3 times per day, he can cast Mage Armor.
Nice.
The secret charge is you can identify any magic aura, including those from magic items, without using Detect Magic and Spellcraft. Just automatic knowledge.
All right, Ahmed. Wife son, daughter. Who do I want? Ego looking out.
Shield.
No.
And wife.
Is it the idea you can make more kids? Yeah, but I don't want.
Then daughter, then son.
Like, we're not putting our holy symbol down because fuck you. Fuck you, Jin.
Yes, the Stelios seems like resistant to this.
He's gonna put the wooden toy warhorse down because he wouldn't. A connection to his daughter or his wife is not being made to this basically trickster demon thing.
This is your son?
Yeah, wooden toy warhorse. As opposed to the hairpin or the doll. Although my gut instinct was the doll.
So you stand forward. Oh, delicious. you put down the toy horse.
Less talking is more.
All right, Stelios. The toy horse you now know can augment any shield. You basically fasten it to the backside of any shield. So Stelios's wooden horse is a shield
Shield augment.
A shield augment. It adds +1 to any shield.
Sec.
Twice per day, false life.
Wee. Time to get our ass kicked.
Secret 1 charge. You reveal the alignment, good, evil, or neutral of all visible creatures within 100 feet. Good creatures glow with golden light. Evil creatures glow with a crimson light. Neutral creatures glow with a dull gray color. And it has the ego of your son who wants his daddy back. He misses his dad. Right.
Fucked up, dude.
What,
Here's
this
your
way?
treasure. Also, haha. Here's your cursed treasure. It's very potent cursed treasure, but it's cursed treasure.
Yes. You can now sense, you now know what room all of your companions are in. Like, you could concentrate on that, and you feel like you're part of a group. Most of you kind of sense that what happens to your group, the fate of your group is intertwined, if you will.
Take us to the reconstitution chamber. He's gonna push his luck. He's like,
Oh, congratulations! Jing has inspelled your items with powerful enchantments. These items are now your keys to the temple, and they will grow in power as you do. You've been granted, oh my, a great number of Jing days to search the Grand Temple. The Grand Temple of Jing for your destiny and to complete your quests. With bravery, luck, and skill, you may one day even face Jing himself to unlock the final secret of the Grand Temple. Should you not, you shall forever wander these halls and chambers of the Grand Temple of Jing, serving our Lord and Master, the mightiest of gods, the master of all destinies, Jing. I wish you luck, brave souls. You're going to need it. giggling knowingly, the big boosh disappears.
Please leave.
You kind of know that you could talk to it again by touching the table.
I can touch the table.
This one talks about putting the... At this point in time, you are all beginning to like disappear. You could take an action before you begin to teleport again.
I have a question.
Yes.
What happens when you sands of time someone who's already venerable? Do they just die?
I don't know.
What if we have a venerable person we could try it out on?
Are you sure you want to?
No, it takes a while to cast. No, it actually doesn't take long at all.
Okay, you are re-teleported back to the top of the center pillar. Did I lose one of you?
Granite.
I don't think I took Nils. No.
Who needs that guy?
What's that?
Nothing.
You need that guy?
Oh, son of a...
Oh, Nils is just in the darkness. And then Granite, yes. Granite is waiting. You can see that he's torn part of his shirt and put it over his eye, or his missing eye.
Which temple? Where are we?
Here, let me.
You force us?
You are back in the place with the horrid spider demon.
Mm-hmm.
Granite hears you. He comes wandering around the corner. It looks like he's missing his eye.
Yeah, so you're back from the reconstitution chamber, are you?
This is for you. Put it in. Trust me.
He lifts up. You can see an empty socket. The eye has its veins and connective tissue kind of reach out like they've got a life of their own, and they connect with tissues inside of the socket. Oh, it goes snapping into his.
Fascinating.
It goes snapping
Chim
into his head with this sickening kind of like.
Chim is looking to see what's connecting what. But, oh, that's how it's good. He's the doctor, so.
Granite's left eye are lenses of darkness.
You can cast darkness?
No, so that he doesn't have his bedazzled, or he's not dazzled by bright lights.
Okay, yeah.
He gains a +2 competence bonus to perception checks. Once per day, he can keep watch. The charge on it is he identifies and understands all secret doors within 100 feet.
Hmm.
And the personality... What is the personality of his own eye?
That's his self.
Yep.
You should have been stronger. You're so weak. Stuff like that.
The personality is the uncivilized
Nature.
orc of himself.
That's cool.
B-Dog. Why are you using a staff? Use the axe.
Ah! Something wrong happened to me. I was in a place. It was hard to describe. I was being stitched back together.
Heart,
yeah.
body, spirit, blood, eternal
Ah!
dance.
It's not as bright. I can see clearer. I know where you are.
You know this Jing guy and all that.
There are some boons that we were given through our items. There's a price.
Happy
There's a
Jing
price.
Day! Hey!
Yeah. Congratulations. Ain't that some shit? So where to, Jing? Where does our next adventure take us?
Which way is Stelios facing?
He's facing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Give me a D4.
Okay. Please don't be back the way with all the swords, because I don't want to go that way. 3.
Down.
Okay.
Like you.
You go, which way are we supposed to go? Stelios is facing that direction. That's the direction we're supposed to go. Stelios goes in that direction.
All right, just as good as any.
Okay. You start to head to this direction.
He says, whatever. He's talking about fates, but in a language you don't understand.
Is the spider still there?
The fat spider wolf horror thing is still there. Yeah. You weren't gone very long.
Is Granite hurt?
No, Granite looks like he's been reconstituted. He looks fine. Although he doesn't have much hair. He looks
Stelios considers him having bathed in the river's Styx and lost
Yep.
memories. It's fine.
He looks glistening.
He was kind of a demon to start with, so why would
We need to escape from this place.
Yes. Be patient, though. It might take us some time.
Where's the way out?
I think the way out is gonna take a long time to reach, so stay calm, and we will get through it together. It's all right. You were very brave by being the...
What happened to all of you?
Each of us received similar...
Yeah, we got presents.
Yeah.
You got deconstituted.
And reconstituted.
Yeah,
I did not
I'm
know
pretty
that.
sure the painful part was the deconstitution part.
I did not know that word before.
Hey, well, Stelios will try to fiddle the switch.
Yep. This switch is in the down position. You're able to grind it up. Immediately as the block is raising, you can hear guttural language, like people panicking or like... immediately, Granite orcish is what he says, with a cry of concern. And I think this is where we're going to push pause.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the orc area.
I have word warning.
Yeah, exactly. I do have it planned out, but no, it's a good place to leave it. Yeah, this module can easily go to 20th level. Like, it's like ridiculous.
Let's do it!
Yeah, but when we're like 15th level, when the lips show up, oh, dude. Smack your lips around so bad. You shouldn't smack your lips around so bad.
I'm sorry, I was a BAM!
Yeah, it's a redonkulous place.
When we find the disjunction, you're the altar thingy, disjunct your altar.
I think we need to, as is tradition, name our games after we play.
Reconstitution. Reconstituted.
Reconstitution. Holy spelling, Marty. Reconstitution. There is also the spider wolf thing.
There was the riddles. Oh, wait a sec. No, it should be donations are heartily accepted.
Yeah, that's good.
That also represents the language thing that we did.
Having the limited codec of words is pretty fun.
I like how you guys use that. That was actually really brilliant. It's like, wait a minute, it's a
You know
function.
how they did the old Egyptian thing?
Yeah, the
It
Rosetta
applies
Stone.
now.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is a little bit barmy.
I'm
just
looking
gets,
forward to finding more words.
It just gets more barmy from here.
That's good.
I see, like Adam role playing his character is like, oh God, where are we? It's gonna take forever. Oh no.
Hey, give me. I'm supposed to kill 3 hags. I'm gonna go save my dudes on the other side who are in the temple, right? Like it's gonna show up, and the one dude who survived, who said I disappeared and ran away, is gonna be consoling my grandchildren. It's 4 years gone by.
Yeah, there's this interesting. While some of you recognize the places where each other are from, nobody understands where really Granite's from.
Nope.
Urex and Ikimacer have, and Nils maybe they're like the 3 closest in the way that they're speaking. You
Yep.
have no idea where Salumi is,
Nice.
where Salami elves come from.
Well, the Salami elves, they just come from some corner of the Imperium. Like it's just an elf,
And
some
then Stelia.
backwater.
So yeah, there's a concept of, well, if you came
When
from different
do we
places,
leave this
yeah,
place?
when did you arrive? Did you all
When
arrive
do
at the
you
same?
leave?
From whence? Yeah, did you come?
And what is the like? 1 beat of time here is how many beats of time everywhere else?
That you do not know.
We end up in the reconstitution chamber. Like they grew in the whole ass body. We might have
Yep.
been down there for a decade.
I'm gonna mark on Granite's character sheet that he's died once.
Yeah, don't smack powerful items.
It,
He may smack you back.
so, if you're trying to play a game of slap ass,
Don't slap this
don't-
ass.
Dude, put up a sign. Do not slap.
Right.
That shit awaits.
This will be a fun. It's also easy to prep because it's like I'll prep a little area. You'll get through an
go a
area.
little
We'll
thing
stop.
and
Which way do you go?
yeah.
We'll prep a little
You go
area.
through
Go
a
through.
puzzle, you
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
thing
This is kind of. We'll play with our new rules. Have some fun with some characters that we always do.
Physics are completely allowed to change every single room, basically.
I
And
remember the 2D game that we did. That was
Oh,
fun.
in
I still remember that.
which one? The 2D
That was
game?
in the Abyss.
Oh,
The,
in Demon Watch, we
in
did
Demon
the book.
Watch,
We had a
we
dungeon.
entered the book. We had a 2D.
We got stuck in the 2D fight, which is like a Mario side scroller.
Yep. Okay, so you're saying even go beyond the parameters of the dungeon and make things weird? Sure.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
So in terms of playing paladins, it's always like worried about when you've got like paladins that are crusty. The paladin of the Olympian gods, I've been doing some. I've been playing Hades. The game Hades is great. It's got so much of like what's going on amongst the gods, and they're all sorts of like crazy shit happens all the time. It's like,
Well, yeah, you're a paladin from the pantheon with the one lawful deity.
it's just the one.
It's not lawful evil. It's just the one.
Just the one.
Maybe Hades might be close
Hades.
to lawful evil, but yeah.
It's just like
I like how you've nicknamed the different characters after the gods. That's
Yep.
pretty funny too.
yeah. Well, they all have an aspect.
Hades.
The trickster, the warrior, the hunter. Yep. All right. I
Yep.
am going to head to bed.
Yep,
This
and
is
then
very fun.
like these little side campaigns, they also reveal things about the Martyverse sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
just because you're from a different perspective that's unique.
It's going to be. It's like some things that were interesting. Speaking about gods, and which are like I have no idea what you're talking about. Versus, oh yeah, for sure. Like they're which gods have like broad appeal or broad knowledge bases, and which ones don't.
Yep.
And then when things happen or when things interact, like, well, Beer Trill got eaten by the Abyss, but when did that happen compared to the Imperium of Man? Because they do share a common linguistic ancestry. So, does Abir Trill get eaten by the Abyss? And from, like, does this mean that Abir Trill... So, spots in time? Abir Trill getting eaten by the Abyss happens relatively late, but the language is common. And the language is common, yet they're not part of the Imperium, which might suggest that all of the Imperium stuff is happening after Abir Trill got eaten, meaning that Abir Trill might be where, like, the Emperor of Man came from. Like might be the source of the humans that created that empire.
Well, you know from legends that Abir Trill was in the process of being eaten and had been in that process for several hundred years.
Right, it was in there for a while, and like the fledgling Imperium of Man was there, right? Like the early concept of it, because in Legends there was like the ship showed up and bombarded the crap out of things. Or am I getting myself backwards?
The ship showed up and bombarded.
There was
It's a ship show.
there was a ship show. Was there not a ship show? Wasn't the opening sequence for one of the characters like
Nalbrin? Yeah, the ships showed up. They were conquering a continent.
Right,
where
they had like
where
crazy
Sir Galeth
naval
was.
power showed up.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was the Imperium of Man conquering, or that's why I took it as.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't Forgotten Realms. He didn't come from Forgotten Realms.
Well, no, he didn't come from Forgotten Realms, but that, like, I'm trying to put Forgotten Realms in context with the timeline, and that event was the Imperium of Man doing stuff. Abir Trill was already in timeout then. Like they were.
Yeah, Bir Tyrell was already screwed up when Galeth came about. So.
Yes. But the Imperium, at that point in time, the Imperium of Man was still using cannons and boats.
Yeah, but
Now,
they're still
they
doing
may not
that
be
now.
limited to cannons and boats. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Right.
But
The Imperium of Man still is using cannons and boats.
true, but they also have got the pew pew guys with the pew pew.
Yeah.
They got some pew
Well,
pews.
now you're asking how long ago was the Legends campaign relative to the Grimstone campaign?
Well, that's kind of the and then that's kind of the idea, and then
And it looks like technology has progressed a little bit. You are right there. Yes.
Yeah. Well, technology, because back then it was like cannons and like smoothbore muskets, and now we've got like rifles and repeaters, right?
Yep.
So,
100 years maybe? Within 100 years? 50 years? 100 years? It could be different tech levels per planet.
if you take a look at like firearms technology, there was basically piss all advancement, industrial revolution, mechanized warfare.
Yeah.
Like there was 1,000 years of muskets, 600, 800 years of muskets. Then rifling, cartridges, auto loaders, fully auto was this burst in like 20 years.
So that's what I mean. So
suddenly kachuk, and then it's all everything.
and then you start
place.
saying, here's the technological level of this part of the world that is heavily regulated, or this world which is heavily
this is
controlled.
the thing too, where like they had superior tech that some people had, but it wasn't widely distributed.
There's some gap between Grimstone and Legends, and Legends discovered that the Forgotten Realms was being eaten, and how long that's been going on, you don't know. So the Forgotten Realms has 30,000 years of history if you read the books. So yes, the Forgotten stuff that happened in the Forgotten Realms predated the Imperium. Imperium has been around for 30,000 years. You're maybe several thousand.
But the linguistics overlap between the two is what's interesting.
Yeah, there is a
Linguistics
concept of planar common, where it's a common tongue across the multiverse, so that we don't always have to do
the Rosetta Stone.
The Rosetta Stone, or the we don't have to play Shogun, the made-for-TV movie that should have only been 3 hours, but it was 8 because they actually did the translation.
Did the whole thing.
Yeah.
No, there's a just as another quick thought.
But you are right that shit happened on Forgotten Realms probably before certain parts of the Imperium, but I'm just seeing them as two things that probably
parallel.
Imperium obviously survived longer than the Front Realms did, but how far back does the Imperium
It's like,
go?
what is the seed of the Imperium?
Yep.
What was the seed of the Imperium?
It's an excellent question, and it has not been answered. We've never touched on that before.
What I do want to see at some point in some scene, I want to basically interact with the dwarvish civil war, like the horrible trench fighting World War I civil war the dwarves are going through, because that is some of the coolest fantasy shit that you want to like do a one adventure there and then never go there again.
Oh well.
Like the mustard
you,
gas.
you may
trench fighting.
have to wait for the beginning of the Planner War for that shit.
Yeah, it's fine. Just saying, like that's a concept where it was a 30-second description during one of the vision quests that Brenos has been on that Adam thinks about on every 4 or 5 days.
So Marty has been going through, I guess, an old man phase. I went through this like in my 20s. I was dating a girl whose father really loved war stuff. So when I was hanging out there, I would read through the war books and that sort of thing. I've always been a kind of a history buff a little bit, but lately I discovered the American History Channel or something like that, and it's all just World War I, World War II, spy craft, fucking like documentaries, and I'll just put this on in the background and work on game shit or read or do whatever, and it's like
my
it's just
favorite
soothing.
From some of those things are
yeah.
the failed assassination attempts or tools of assassination that people developed. It's like when humans are really desperate to kill a guy, they start to do all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
The
Like,
shoot guns and the poison things and the ice bullets and the CO2 cartridges, and a lot of this stuff is like super low, but it's like, oh, we want to kill Hitler, so we're gonna just throw everything against the wall.
Today's was how shitty of a commander Hitler was when attacking Russia. Like he was almost single-handedly like screwed up that entire campaign because he wanted to be in control of everything. Like he was a fucking nutcase. For many reasons. In addition to this one, I didn't quite realize how hands-on he was, and he was like, "No, I've been through the war before. I know what's best," and no one can argue with him because he was the ultimate dictator. He was the ultimate power, and
Supreme Commander.
And he was just like fucking up, for good, I think. but yeah, he was a giant fuck up. To his own plans, anyways.
Hey, Stelios has 10 int, 10 wisdom, 20 charisma. We can do all sorts of.
Follow me. Yeah, exactly. Follow me. Where is he going?
I don't know.
Into the fray.
It's like where are we supposed to go? The fates guide me. It's wherever the answer.
This is fun. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Cool. For those watching on YouTube, which is where this video will appear, thanks for your support. For those hanging out in the channel with us on an odd Sunday, it's good seeing you folks here. And as always, we hope you enjoy this as much as we do. Peace. Have a good night.
Peace out. GG, guys.
GG.